In this episode, we make our way up 10,000 feet to the Coyote Flats. In my humble opinion, you should not take this trail lightly. Stay tuned to find out what could possibly go wrong. I'll go over route information and trail difficulty, and you'll get to see the passport in action. Will I be able to make it to Funnel Lake? I join up with two third-generation Tacomas, an FJ Cruiser, a Toyota 4Runner, a second-generation Honda Ridgeline with the Honda 6-speed transmission, and of course at the end of the lineup is my 2019 Honda Passport. I have brand new rubber, the Falcon Wallpeak AT3Ws. This time around they are an inch taller in diameter and 0.4 inches slimmer in width. My tires are now 2.5 inches taller than stock diameter. Going in, I knew very little about the Coyote Flats Trail, and I know you're going to be wondering, can a all-wheel drive crossover do it? Stay tuned to find out. Can a crossover drive up to the Coyote Flats? Well, according to Outside Magazine, the trails here are too challenging for an all-wheel drive crossover. They go on to say that the trail was at, if not beyond, the upper limits of a Cherokee Trailhawk. With a 50-to-1 crawl ratio and a rear locker, the only thing it lacks is ground clearance. I have never wanted to over-glamorize my vehicle, my Honda Passport, but to be honest, I did not struggle. But I want you to keep watching, because we brought a Honda Ridgeline. The way these two vehicles performed was night and day. There's two things that are different about these vehicles. The Honda Ridgeline has a longer wheelbase, which means less of a breakover angle, and the other more important thing is they have different transmissions. The Honda Passport has a ZF 9-speed. This is the same transmission in a Jeep Renegade Trailhawk. The Honda Ridgeline has the aged Honda 6-speed. The difference in crawl ratio is pretty substantial. Basically, the Honda Passport has gearing comparable to a Toyota truck in 4-low in second gear. Taco 1, this is Grocery Getter. We have lots of space behind us.
Copy that, Grocery Getter.
Time to activate Gaia. And there we go.
Hey, Getter, you ready?
Yeah, Grocery Getter here. I'm ready to go.
Copy that, unit ready to go. Taco 1 rolling up.
When we started this trail, it was 93 degrees. A quick glance at my scan GH2 showed a temperature of 201 Fahrenheit. A minute driving up the hill and my temperature climbed to 206. 1 minute after that, and I was at 212. I'm leading now. We're making our ascent up. Temperature is at 221. Ooh, highest it's ever been. Okay. Okay, 10-4.
Yeah, I've never had my transmission light come on, or the oil temperature light come on until today. This is a new thing for me too.
Yeah, I was very surprised at how hot my transmission was getting. Now mine's gone down to 228, but this is high. I've never, if a Toyota's having issues with heating as well, then something's up. Like, this is a steep trail. And combined with it being 93 degrees outside, I think that's the reason why. In the last 2.25 miles, we've gone from 5,000 feet to 6,200. Yeah, definitely leave it running, for sure. That's how it cools off. And the light's still on, huh? Let me get a look at this light.
You smell it?
I don't know what I smell, but where's your...
Right there.
Oh, there it is. Huh.
You smell that?
In about 20 minutes or so, the transmission overheating warning went away. We continued up the mountain, but we thought it was a good idea to let some of the more capable Toyota trucks go ahead and procure a campsite at Funnel Lake.
Hey, is it overheating again? Yeah. Okay.
We saw the first group of people today, a group of Toyota Tundras. They were very nice. They asked us if we needed help. I'm just really glad that the road wasn't too narrow where they couldn't get by. I'm really glad they were able to continue on.
There you go. Yeah. Traction control. That's good. Good traction control.
In case you're wondering why we kept pushing on, well, two things. As the day progressed, it would get cooler, and as we went up in elevation, the temperatures would cool down. In retrospect, I would not advise doing this. In the heat of the moment, no pun intended, sometimes you just don't think of the most sensible thing. With that said, let's push on, shall we?
Well done. All right, no worries. Take a break. Oh, we got a GX rolling up. So, hey, this looks like.
You want to talk to him? I'll back
Yeah. So.
Dang, it's really nice out here. So we had a really good run. Tony made it quite far, going uphill. After that creek crossing, the trail is supposed to be easy, but with a little creek running through the middle of the trail, I knew that ruts were a possibility. This part of the trail got quite steep, and the ruts were big enough to cross up the axles, forcing a three-wheel situation.
Go! Overheated?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to push it through a little bit.
Okay, let me, I'm gonna push you then. So just try to get where I'm at. All right, so we are running into some overheating issues with the Honda Ridgeline. It's really rutted here. It's loose, it's wet. So I'm opting to tow him up this part. I was trying to push him, but kept losing traction. Now right here, these are tie down points. They're not really tow points. So you're gonna want to tow from here. So what we do is stick that in. If I put this pin in, I don't need to waste my time with the lock. There we go. This place is absolutely ridiculously gorgeous. Dang, that's freaking awesome. Especially for those mountains right there. Okay, so Gaia is telling us that the main trail is coming up. Make a left. Making a left. And we're gonna be heading that way. Nice. Dang, sweet. Can't wait to drive further down there. Update on the temperatures in case you're wondering. 204, there it is. There it is, 204. So I'm getting his driver's side tire on that tall rock right there. Yeah, keep coming forward, just take it slow. You're good. Yep. 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 Slow, just nice and slow. Okay. Easy peasy. Do you need me to spot you?
I think I'm just losing traction.
All right, if that's the case, then just give it a bump. So just back up and go at it with a little bit more momentum. There you go. Yeah. Give it a bump.
At this point, we're almost to Funnel Lake. It's literally 2 miles from here. But as you can see, the trail is starting to get rougher. Although there's 2 routes, most people will take the South Road. I'm unfamiliar with the North Road, but basically, both of these trails converge and meet where the trail gets the toughest. So, I guess it really wouldn't matter which way you go. Here in the trees is where the trail will get extra chunky. This will go on for 2 miles. The worst of it is yet to come.
You just gotta bump it. Give it a bump. Look, yeah.
Tony's Ridgeline has been pretty good. It hasn't overheated in a while, but right here, this is the perfect example of the lack of crawl ratio.
Bump it. Good work, man. Oh, transmission's hot. Okay. Well, you did good. Huh, that's so weird.
From this point, there's a quarter mile until Funnel Lake, but this is where it starts to really get rocky. So from here I'm able to see that the trail's really not getting any easier. I tell Tony to hang back. I'm going to go ahead and scout the route. Ooh, I'm getting tired and careless here. My NOLO design skid plate protected my oil pan, because it's right behind where that hit. The terrain here eases up a bit, so I pick up the speed. I determined that going further would just not be a good time for Tony, so I pull over here, park my car, and I walk back over to let them know. After we decided we would not continue, we just camped out where Tony stopped. In the morning, we would take the Toyota 4Runner and possibly the Honda Passport to Funnel Lake to meet up with the other guys. I got a preview of the rest of the trail the night before, and it looked quite scary, so I was kind of unsure if I was going to make it to the end.
Passenger? Alright, straighten it out. Let me know when you need me up front. Let me see where you hung up at. That's a big one. Your passenger is a big one. You have to reverse and dual driver. There you go. Now you're hitting another one on your driver. Send it.
Like here's that. Look at that wall. Okay, does it count?
So that's the type of
Dude, that's freaking steep.
that's the type of walls that we were climbing in Paso Robles last weekend.
What?
And my car never overheated.
If that big rock on the right side wasn't there, I think I might have tried it. This is Alex, do you read me?
I'll go down it.
Yeah, be clear, Alex.
Not up it.
Over.
How to head down towards you guys.
No, we're already on our way.
We're actually on our way to head down to you guys. So stay put. Over. I'll copy.
Take my line, I didn't know where the trail was going.
Alex, did you copy? Over.
Randy, I did. Copy that. We will.
Roger, hang tight. We'll be there in a few.
I got back up.
Go for it. Go for it. You gonna take it on your driver's side? Let's go. Yeah.
Just watch for that rock right here. Yeah, there's a little bit of a. Let me ford it up with some rocks. Yeah, you could probably go up here. It'll be easier. Straight. This one? No. Slow. Hard passenger.
You might nick this nick this side.
Keep going. Okay, straighten out a little bit. Okay, go forward a little bit. Okay, go passenger. Oh.
Hard passenger, no? Probably have to back up a little bit.
Straighten out a little bit. Come forward. You're gonna hit a rock. Okay, passenger. Keep going, passenger. Okay, passenger. Straighten out. You're clear. Just go slow. You'll be good. Okay, straight.
Good stuff.
More passenger. Go, keep going. Oh, you're hitting your sidewall. Keep going, yeah. Push through. Okay, you're good.
All right.
That was probably the hardest bit, right?
Yeah, that was the hardest bit.
And that Pro 4X Titan made it right there.
Yeah.
It's like a long body. What a Honda!
What the f*** is a Honda doing here?
So is this a lake or is this a pond?
I think it's probably both.
It's a lake pond.
Lake pond. Tony made it! He made it in a Honda.
Yeah.
It's just not his.
So there you have it. I was able to make it to Funnel Lake in my 2019 Honda Passport that's lifted 2 inches, has 32.1 inch tires, which is 2.5 inches taller than OEM, a NOLO Designs aluminum skid plate that covers both my oil pan and transversely mounted transmission, self-trimmed front and rear bumpers, and disconnected rear sway bars. So that brings this episode to a close. The Coyote Flats is a beautiful place, but you should not take this trail lightly. One thing I learned is Outside Magazine may very well be right. This trail might be too much for an all-wheel drive crossover to handle. With that said, I'm very impressed with the Honda Passport and how it performed. Really, the only difference between a Passport and a Ridgeline is the 9-speed transmission. And for 2020, the Honda Ridgeline, all of them, they all get the 9-speed. And that's a good thing. Who wouldn't want their truck to be able to do truck-like things? I've said it many times before, find a solution to monitor your transmission temperatures. I personally use a Scan Gauge 2, it's $130, sometimes it goes on sale for $99, but I like it because it's always there, it's always working. I used to use the Bluetooth dongles and it was just kind of a little finicky on when it would work or not. So I think it's very important to monitor your transmission temp. So take care, be safe, and I hope you have fun on your adventures.